Hey, what's up? It's Wes here, aka Seahawks Prime. Welcome back to the Seahawks Times. This is your real deal Seahawks channel, which we get into the nitty gritty details of everything Seahawks related. And we're having a great time, everybody. The channel's grown so fast thanks to you. And we got fans from all other teams as well chiming in. But this is a Seahawks thing, baby. We're going to talk about the Seahawks. And today we're going to have a lot of fun with this video. It's going to be a little bit different, but we're going to talk about the rookies that Seattle is going to be playing this year who are going to start or get lots of minutes. And look, this draft, I've said it, and I got receipts on this from my very first video. I was thrilled about this draft. It wasn't just how it looked or the prospects that were taken. It was how they fit on the Seattle Seahawks. And now that some time's passed and we're past the preseason, it looks like Seattle really hit the lottery here. Like I'm talking about like Lotto Max, Moneyball kind of hits. And we're going to get into each of these players and have a little bit of fun around their profile and where they're from. All right, let's do. Anyways, I do want to preface this video before I get too into it because you know me, I'm going to get really excited and pumped up. So before I start here, 4 or 5 of these players I talk about are going to start week 1 in that emotional matchup against Denver. That's going to be big lights, bright lights, big city, all that stuff. And I think that these players have the ability to play well out of the gate. And the other 2 or 3 that I mentioned, I think will start by week 3 or get significant minutes by that time. So this is a special draft. Like I said, a Moneyball type of thing, and they hit everything. And it's just insane. Charles Cross. We all know that Seattle took Charles Cross at number 9 overall. If you could mold a left tackle out of clay, it's Charles Cross. Maybe he couldn't run block is what their knock was on him. That is garbage. I watched every snap of the preseason. This guy could be a legendary player. And I won't leave it at that. His measurables are crazy. 6'5", 311 to 320 pounds, depending on what he eats. He's from Laurel, Mississippi, a small town where I'm sure the food is good and the church music is beautiful. This guy is from the same kind of area as, P Valley. I don't know if you've seen that show. Uncle Clifford in them. M.I. crooked letter I. Lil Murder. This guy's from the country and he is born to play football. And I'm so happy Seattle made the safe selection. And I was happy about it out of the gate. And that's just awesome that we got Charles. We got our left tackle, y'all, and that was brilliant. Okay, and this next player, I got so excited when they drafted this player, I basically decided to start this channel. And that's Tariq Woolen. I've got receipts on this, guys. I was high on Tariq Woolen before the draft. I was hoping Seattle had the courage to take this player. I couldn't believe he slipped to where he did because of just his athleticism alone. Tariq Woolen is 6'4". He has a 6'6" wingspan. Oh my goodness. He has insanely crazy speed. Like he's got 4.26 speed, maybe even faster. And my concern was, does he have the short area twitch? Watching him on tape, he can get his hips around as fast as any corner. This guy could be like the next, not only Richard Sherman, but something even crazier than that. And I know it takes a lot of cerebral ability to be on that level, but now he's under the tutelage of Richard Sherman. Like actually though, Pete Carroll and Carl Scott, these are gurus of DB play with Sean Desai. And I can't say enough about Tariq Woolen's upside because his upside is like, when you go out into the country in the night and you see a little bit of the Milky Way, he's beyond that kind of upside. Tariq Woolen from Fort Worth, Texas, also home and birthplace of Vanilla Ice, Kirk Franklin. Who else from there? Selena Gomez, Owen Wilson. That's a Fort Worth, Texas boy. Everything's bigger in Texas. They got that Texas toast down there. Shout outs to them. Tariq Woolen, I'm too pumped on, man. It's just too crazy. All right. And right beside him, we have Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant, he's the Jim Thorpe Award winner for the best DB in the nation. Somehow Seattle sneaks this guy in the draft. People let him go because he's not Sauce Gardner, when in reality he was playing across from Sauce Gardner and did exceptionally well with tons of targets his way. His combine wasn't crazy. He's 6'1", the guy runs 4.54, kind of Sherman-esque speed, but his ball skills are wild. He's going to start in the slot with Trey Brown on pup. Kobe Bryant might be our sound kind of captain style guy, and maybe you can get him over the top a couple times because of his speed, but he's always going to try to make plays on the ball. He's going to know his assignments. And another fantastic pick from Seattle. Man, I'm getting crazy about this. He's from Cleveland, Ohio, home of the Polish boy Glizzy, home of the Bone Thugs and Harmony, lazy, crazy, wish, flesh, busy. This guy's from Cleveland, a tough town. Looks like he comes from a good family, and I'm so pumped on him. Another crazy draft pick. All right, so we'll get back to the trenches, and we decided to take Abraham Lucas, and many of my networks said that this was a reach. And at the time, I was starting to feel that vibe too. Like, I watch a lot of Pac-10, Pac-12 games. Abraham Lucas felt like, okay, he's awesome, but what else could we have gotten there? And then camp started, and then the preseason started, and they should just call this guy IHOP because he does nothing but pancake people, man. Abraham IHOP Lucas, pancaking everybody he wants to. This guy is a right tackle for 10 plus years. He doesn't have enough bend. He's not enough speed around the dude, this guy's throwing everybody around him. Abraham Lucas is going to explode into the NFL and open big holes. So can you imagine? We've got starting corners and we got starting right tackle and left tackle in one draft. This is insane, and I haven't even gotten deeper in it. So Abraham Lucas from Everett, Washington. I'm from the Northwest, so Everett, Washington, the home of absolutely nothing. All he had to do was play football and love football. So shout outs to Everett in Northwest Washington there. I'm just playing with y'all. Anyways, Washington State Cougars, you know I'm a Husky guy, but Abe is coming out of the gate running for, gonna block for us super well, and I'm so excited about him. So when the Seahawks selected Kenneth Walker III, I heard the name, and I had to get off of my couch and go for a walk. Not because I was disappointed or I didn't understand why they took a running back in that round, because I was so excited and freaking out at the possibility of this kid running with a 1-2 lightning punch with Rashad Penny. That's how I felt about Walker. I was watching the game. I wasn't live, where he just decimated Michigan, that held like maybe the top 4 defense in NCAA by himself, and they all knew he was running. Kenneth Walker is an absolute freak. He's from Arlington, Tennessee. You know, that's close to North Memphis there, home of like guys like, you know, Project Pat, 3-6 Mafia, Moneybag Yo, Key Glock, rest in peace, Young Dolph, those kind of guys. He's 5'9" in 1/4. He runs 4.35. Maybe it looks like 4.1 speed on tape. And Kenneth Walker has the lateral agility of like a mongoose that can actually eat cobras. That kind of lateral agility in small spaces. He is going to decimate teams when he comes off of that hernia injury. He's not going to take time to hit the ground. He's going to just hit the ground and run, and they're going to fit him in there regardless of how well Rashad Penny is playing. So Ken Walker, in retrospect, with Chris Carson having been hurt, they obviously, team doctors knew he might not play again. Now looks like a genius pick, because after Breece Hall, you know, he's got to be the most epic pick, and he won the award. That's the Doak Walker Award for the best RB in school. Do not sleep. Hopefully he can come back off of this injury really quickly and contribute right away. So that's K-Dub Trey, and that's just like too much. All right, so Pete and John handle the first couple picks of this draft beautifully. They get a generational left tackle, and then they get contingency at running back. They likely knew that Chris Carson wasn't going to play again, and they can't bank on Penny over 17 games, so they get plug and play Ken Walker pending this hernia surgery. A little setback there, but as soon as he's back, he's going to get minutes, so that's wonderful. But as Seahawks fans, we're like, what about the pass rush? You know, we haven't had that kind of scary pass rush for a long time. We've got some good players. We've had some older vets play well. But we go out and get Boya Afif, another pick that I was like, I don't know if that, I didn't have to look at the value again, the ADP. The defensive tackles that were really dynamic were already gone. So I loved the pick of Boya Afif because the kid is super smart. So I hadn't seen a lot of game tape on him because there wasn't a lot out there. But at the Senior Bowl, he was just awesome off of the edge and really crashing down on top-level tackle prospects, so I got even more stoked. But having watched his interviews, this kid has Stephen Hawking-type intelligence. He's super smart, from Golden Valley, Minnesota, don't you know, home of Bobby's World, and a whole bunch of other cool people. Shout-outs to Minnesota and all the Great Lakes area. But anyways, his parents migrated from Nigeria. He's got that kind of like Nigerian strength, you know what I mean? He's got that Kamara kind of strength, you know, crazy balance wiggle. 41-inch vertical at 6'4" and 200 and whatever pounds he is. Freak arms. And if you didn't see him chase down Kenny Pickett in the preseason, that's all you need to see to know what you need to know about Boya Afif. This guy is like Chandler Jones and Cliff Averill with crazy intelligence upside. I don't know if he quite gets there, if he can put the whole package together, but he'll see significant minutes, and I think he'll see significant minutes against the Denver Broncos. So shout outs to Afif, another great pick, and the Golden Gophers there in Minnesota, cool team. So then, as if Seattle hasn't already, Julio Rodriguez, grand slam clutch out of the park this draft. They go and get Tariq Smith out of Ohio State, which was a suspect pick in some ways, but he showed some upside there in camp before he got hurt. He's on IR now with a hip issue, but another East 99 Cleveland guy, you know, a really, really good dude, and I think he makes the team next year if he sticks around and gets healthy. So that's also a decent pick at that value. But then it really gets interesting. We go with back-to-back receivers. We go Bo Melton, kind of that, pseudo kind of Stephon Diggs type player out of Jersey, out of Rutgers, New Jersey, where they talk like this. You don't want to mess with Jersey. Tough people, Homer Redman, Tony Soprano in them. And I really like Bo Melton. Even though he had some drops in the preseason, I'm glad he made the practice squad here, and he's got a good future with Seattle. I really believe that. But then Derrick Young, the dark horse, I made a video about it. The dark horse, Derrick Young, this guy has so much upside because he's so strong. Even though he's from a Division II school, he's from North Carolina, Raleigh, North Carolina, 6'2", 6'3", he pushes 200 pounds and all that, but he's an explosive athlete with strength. Now, I got to add to North Carolina, shout outs to Winston-Salem. He's from Raleigh. They got some of the best barbecue, some of the best people ever. If you're in the U.S. or even visiting the U.S. and you haven't been to North Carolina, you got to go there. They have some of the most amazing food ever. Anyways, to get back on track, we want him to be what Jermaine Kearse was, except stronger, and maybe do a little bit more at the line of scrimmage when we need him. But that's what we need. We need a possession receiver, and I think that Derrick Young can be that guy. Take some of the pressure off DK Metcalf on some of the over-the-middle stuff and really just help us move the sticks. So, in conclusion, I do believe that 5 of these guys get significant minutes, if not start in week 1, and that at least 7 of these players get really big minutes by week 4 or 5. You tell me what you think. What am I missing here? Am I too homer about the Seattle Seahawks? Well, my name is Seahawks Prime, and I don't care which team you support. You're welcome to my channel. Let's have good discussions about it. Guys, it's almost the season. I'm super excited. Thank you so much for the love and support. Let's go Hawks. Peace.